Hi, Capricorn. It is Lynn from Tinker Tarot. How you doing? And Cartomancy. I hope you're doing well. We have your birthday month coming up in December, later in December, but we're edging there. And that's why I said happy birthday in the description box. So I have it all laid out for you, Capricorn. And you got some interesting stuff going on here. So, what jumped out for you is the Judgment card, the High Priestess, and the King of Clubs. What's interesting about this is the Judgment card is, a combination of two things. For one thing, we've realized something about ourselves and accepted it. We've come to accept ourselves the way we are. We're okay with who we are. And also, we trust ourselves at this time. You're being called to something new at this point, something that you could have denied before. Maybe you didn't feel like you were talented enough, or something like that. But now, at this time, when you believe in yourself, or you're starting to believe in yourself again, you are being called to do something different, whether it's at work, in relationship, at home, with family. You're on a new path now. Okay. And with this, and you're trusting your instincts, this is the right thing at the right time, and you're just waiting for the right timing to move forward with this. But in your head, you're already doing it. Okay. And you also have the King of Clubs. Now, this could be you. The King of Clubs could be, because the King of Clubs is very creative, very much an entrepreneur type person. They come up with ideas and follow them through and figure out how to get it rolling. Is also a very friendly person. So this could be someone around you as well. Usually, the King of Clubs is a brown or hazel-eyed man, but someone who has creative juices flowing and the know-how to manifest it, to make it happen. They're action oriented people, all right, with what they're creating. So at the beginning of December, I feel like there's something that you may want to. Hi, LA, how you doing? You may, because I talked about the entrepreneur thing here, and we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is the entrepreneur. This is someone who lords over what they own. They control everything they can see. So this might be about your business, your land, your home, your family, even. This person as at the top of the food chain in what they are in control of, and have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. This is all about being grounded, grounding yourself. And I wanted to say that I saw a few fours in your reading, and so I feel like you're wanting to ground yourself, um, and you have the Emperor has the Temperance with him. And so again, grounding. This is wanting to bring balance into your life while you have all this pressure, responsibility that you need to take care of. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. Doesn't have to be. But the Temperance is about bringing balance into our life to live a more a happier existence, And the Emperor, like I said, carries a lot of pressure and responsibility, and is always about, what do the people need? What does everybody need? I gotta work so I can feed the family and all that, and the worries, And the Temperance is like, okay, well, let's ground yourself. Let's do something for you. Let's balance that out. I feel like you're trying to make something happen. You're trying to create something perhaps in your future. Like I don't think you have a grasp of it right now, but it's something that you can see that you want to plan for, you want to create in your life, something that's a little more happiness in your life. But I feel like your hands are tied right now. There's for some reason you can't do anything right now, like at the beginning of December. Could have something to do with the Mercury retrograde, where communication doesn't seem to work, or computers or technology, or things just aren't working the right way. You may have to redo something, but or just wait, just pause for a bit. Like I said, grounding, pause for a bit and let the knots work themselves out, and because sometimes the more we try and fight with something, the less give it has, right? So we just take a step back, take a breath, and then try again a couple days later, because you're trying to be strategic. I can see you making plans, especially in your head. You're trying to think ahead of what you need to do, how to do it, who to talk to, and all that. But like I said, there's something that your hands are tied. You can't really seem to get things moving how you want to yet. Okay. Again, like I said, I think you're working on yourself, and there could be, because you could be dissatisfied with what you're doing or what you have been doing up to now. And this could be in your work relationships, in your in your love relationships, family, somewhere in relationship. There's some sort of dissatisfaction and you're looking for a new start. Like I said, I think you've done some work on yourself somehow, and there's something you've accepted in yourself and are moving forward with this new belief system that you have. And and so you may leave people behind when you move forward through this new door. There may be people you leave behind that don't share your values, your beliefs, your how you want to live your life now, and that's okay. You have come to accept that. But I feel like there's someone that that feels like they're owed retribution for what they have contributed to your home, to your business, to the relationship. Someone's looking for payback in some way, or some sort of something that they've invested, maybe money. Maybe if it's a relationship and you've been together for 10 years, they want half of everything or something like that. Or you are looking for what you have put into this. You may have money coming to you from what you're leaving behind, a buyout or some sort of severance pay, or because I feel like there's money going to be available. You just don't know when. And again, that's could be the other thing that's holding you up. Um this payout or some sort of investment in some way, and you or them is looking to get out what they put in. All right. But I feel as far as you personally are going, you're in a really good headspace, spiritual space, emotional place in yourself. You know what you're doing is right for you. Then in mid-December, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, there's something to do with jealousy around you. And I could see it in the cartomancy over here too. So this is somewhere in one of your relationships, okay? And this might be the reason. It could be you're jealous, it could be the other person jealous, but this is one of the reasons for the new start and the work that you've done on yourself. If like I used to be a jealous person, a very jealous person, and when I was younger, but I was insecure with myself. I didn't really believe in who I was and my worth. And once we do, we're not as jealous. We don't feel threatened by other people, you know? And so I feel like you've done this work. And so there's some sort of, there could have been a jealousy issue in your relationship. Um, and that could have kind of put, uh, made it harder, you know, for it to blossom. Basically, you know, whether it's a new or old relationship, it's when you bring jealousy into it and worth, you know, it's harder for the relationship to blossom. I also feel like for some of you, you were close to getting married, making some sort of commitment, taking it to the next level, and you might be trying to manifest this. You might be trying to arrange this and make this happen. But there's a little bit of a needle in the haystack here. Something is niggling someone. I also feel like there's some sort of hurt in the past, like, you know, someone lied or um didn't didn't fully, you know, there's something there. And because we have a Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, you know, is protecting her heart. She's a very serious person, you know, and she makes her decisions based on how sensible and smart it is and the information she has. It's not from the heart. She doesn't want to expose her heart. And then we have the King of Cups, and you are one of these people, Capricorn. And the King of Cups is very emotional and very romantic and sensitive. However, the King of Cups is also guarding his heart. Here's two people that want to be in relationship. They really want to. They want to be in relationship, they want to be in love, they want to go all the way, but both people are a little bit guarded, you know. And so you might decide to make a fresh start. You say, let's start from scratch. Let's forget all the old stuff that's gone on in the relationship. We're not going to keep bringing it up and using it against each other. You know, we're not going to let other people tell us how we should run our relationship. Let's start fresh and really work on this. Be honest and straightforward. But when you go into it, there's a little bit of guarding, a little bit of protecting yourself, to move forward. And I think both of you are willing to start at that ace again. You know, let's start from scratch and build this up. For some of you, I feel like you're leaving one. It could be a family business that you were in, because I got getting the feeling of family in some way. But I feel like there's a relationship that you're leaving behind, whether this is a family business and you're getting another job, and so you're not going to be there anymore, or you know, you could be moving away from family. And it doesn't mean that relationships ending necessarily. I think it's changing. Okay, so there's something about a relationship changing here, and I want you to expect change in the next month or two, a lot of it. Five planets have changed position into new signs, five just in the month of November. And so there is a lot of shifting going on. Then we have Mercury going retrograde on the 25th, and Saturn is gone direct. So there's things going on all over the place. Okay, lots of shifts. Um, I also think, like, again, I said something about this entrepreneurial idea, this idea that you want to grow, that you think has potential. I think that the doors are opening for that to start happening now, where they weren't at the beginning of the month. Maybe by the mid month, think they can start to loosen up and doors start to open for you. Um, I also feel like you shouldn't really share. I also think you're healing. too. You're beginning to heal. But I also think that you shouldn't really share all of your ideas. You should keep some of them close to you to move forward because I don't know. I feel like you just should, okay? Just keep some of your ideas, your business, your creative ideas to yourself until you get started on them. There's something that you're going to be working on very hard by the end of the month. And, you know, I feel like, again, this relationship, this, it could be your marriage, it could be to do with your brother or sister, or some, it's a relationship that's important to you, you know, and I can see you putting time and energy into making this a success. Okay. Also, I see you putting time and energy into some this creative idea. You're actually going to put time aside and really work on it, whether it's a computer idea or if you're making woodworking or fabricating metal. I'm not sure really what you're doing here, but you're devoting time and energy to it to be able to move forward with it. I think you feel a little bit not vulnerable, but you really want people to like your thing and so you when you begin to show it or express it, you're a little bit, what do you think? Do you think, it's going to be a hit? Do you think that people are going to use it or whatever it is that you're making? So I think that and this might be a new area for you. Maybe you've never done an entrepreneurial thing before. Maybe you've always worked for someone else. And so this is new territory that you're stepping into, something new for you. I feel like you're leaving home, though, or a home base. I feel strongly about that. There's some sort of home base or an area that you've been for a while that you're leaving, either a job or a place you've lived, maybe. Um, I'm not sure. It just feels like it's a something that you're really familiar with, that you're leaving and moving into something new, cautiously moving into something new at this time. Um, I also want to say that there's a lot of people in this reading, and they're all mature, experienced, that have a lot of their own ideas. And here you are right here, King of Pentacles, Capricorn. And so this has taken a little while, but now you're feeling really confident. You also know um what is right for you. Like, people say, oh, you should do this and you should do that, and you'll say, no, that's not the right thing. No, that's not my vision. You have a vision that you can see that you're working on. There's been a lot of self work that you have done. I'm not sure how long now, but you're at the point now where you're graduating, you're evolving, you're ready to step into your new chapter now with confidence. Okay. I also think of whatever was going on in the relationship that you could be having troubles with whoever. Um, is you don't want to participate in triangles anymore. So these are triangle situations. You don't want to be caught in the middle between your brother and your sister, or your girlfriend and their kid, or you don't want to get into these triangle situations anymore. I think that's might be why you might be doing something on your own, I feel like you are moving into calmer waters. You're moving into, you want something more peaceful. You're tired of drama. You're tired of people playing around, playing around with starting stuff or something like that. And so you're wanting to move away from the drama, any turbulence, any toxic kind of energy, you and triangle situations. Like I said, you don't want to be in the middle of things. That you're letting people sort things out for themselves, and and you will move away from these situations. Like I said, you're moving away from something familiar, but you know that where you're going is you're seeking out peace, calm, just none of the malarkey that has gone on in the past. Okay, because I think you feel a lot of responsibility for the people around you. You know, you feel you really want to help people, right? And you're very resourceful person, and I think that you feel responsible for your family, and in some ways, and they might have used that against you or relied too much on you, or pulled you in too much, and you're like, no, 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 I'm not doing that. You guys sort out that stuff on your own. Okay, so here in the cartomancy, we have, here is a passionate meeting. Okay, and I can see the Jack of Hearts. Now, the Jack of Hearts sometimes is a bit of a player. They're romantic, the Lance romance or Laureen romance. And there's something about this meeting that worries you. Okay, I'm not sure if it's you in the meeting or two other people. Maybe someone's flirting with you. This is emotional, whatever this meeting is, and but it could be something financial, but it's pulling on your emotions, like people, trying to make you feel responsible, sort of thing. Maybe financially responsible. Anyway, the situation worries you, okay? Concerns you, and I think that you're going to do some thinking before you do make a move. And then there is some sort of loss. Okay, this Jack of Hearts could be a young person, one of your kids perhaps, or someone younger than you that makes decisions based on their heart. And then there's some sort of loss. There's a loss of a friendship here, it looks like to me. So this could be what the relationship is. There could be a loss of a friendship, someone that I don't think is being either legitimate or honest or something like that. And you have a lot of doubt about this person. They I don't think they're on the level, or they're causing drama or something like that. Okay, and you just don't want any part of it. You're done with it. This could be someone who's been in your life for a long time, and you've gone through cycles with this person. You're like, because you have a different belief system now. You think differently, right? So I see, right away, I see from this decision to let's put something on the back burner, or someone on the back burner. Right away, you're being rewarded with this decision. Okay, because I can see there is some talk about you're gaining something already. Um, yeah, there's something around the work site, the job site here, that you're being spoken to favorably. You're in someone's favor. I feel like there's a gain. You could be getting more work. They like the way, I think you're charismatic, to tell you the truth. I think you can be very charismatic. You have a good way of communicating with people at work, and you might be asked to train others or being put in a position of more responsibility because they trust the way you are, the way you handle things. So I think you're gaining work at the work site, or it could be at a new work site. And I think you're spoken of very highly, okay? Because you can charm people, you know. And I don't think you're full of malarkey either. I think you're being legit. There could be some sort of health condition going on here, a health challenge, and I feel like this could be a challenge that may be reoccurring from way back, something that you had difficulty with before, or someone around you had difficulty with before, and now is reoccurring. You know, it could. I feel like it could be something physical here. Um, but hard work and perseverance will help you work through this issue. You know, you can work through whatever this health problem is, it says, but it will take work. You'll have to work at it. Like, say you hurt your leg. Well, now you've got to go to physiotherapy for 3 months to get your leg back in proper working order. You can't just take a pill and your leg's working again. You got to do this work, this physio or something like that. Hi there, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Shelby. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, well, I'm glad. And so it looks like you be able to work this out. I feel like if you're talking to a doctor, it's a young doctor, you know, and I feel like you're getting it from like not a student doctor, but this person is young, is what I'm saying. You might be older than this person, but how others are seeing you or influencing you. Wow, this is really nice. So I'm wondering if you're traveling or moving, if you could be moving back home. So leaving a place where you're familiar with, you may have been for a while, and you could be moving back home. I gotta tell you, I feel like there's some sort of relationship coming to an end. It could be that friendship. It could be a love relationship that you've been in a long time. I think there's tears here, and it could really hurt. It could be a little bit sad, uh, but I feel like this is all going to be really good for you. This new start that you're starting could even be a business relationship. I'm not sure. It looks like it's not a hard ending, like there's all kinds of drama and trauma and everything. I think there's tears because it's hard, it's hard moving away from a friend, or it's hard leaving the situation that I think that you were happy in for some respect. um I think that you have different ambitions now, and but good things are happening. Well, thank you very much, little Elizabeth. That's very nice. Thanks. Aw, right on. I've decided to go back to lives. I tried doing regular videos last month, and my sound, which I have to do it on my other laptop, which is a dinosaur, the sound is really crappy. And so you can barely hear me on the videos. And I like doing the lives because I like talking to you right in the moment. I can feel your energy, and it makes a big difference for me. And so I'm doing the lives. I'm going to put an announcement on the community thing to let people check out the live section. The live section on the channel, it says videos, live, playlist, community. So if you click on the live, that you'll find any YouTuber, their live videos in that section. So in the foundation. So this looks like work talk, and I think at first, okay, so like I said, doing a lot of grounding, okay? And there could have been a pause in the progress of whatever you were moving from into whatever you were moving to. There could have been a limbo time where you're not sure when this is happening, like you're not really hearing from the bank, or you're not really hearing from human resources, or you're or it's a delay. There's some sort of delay, which is also very Mercury retrograde. So I feel like there's work talk and plans being made, but there's could be some sort of delay or decisions that have to be made in between along the way, okay, until it can really move forward. I feel like there's some grounding, but also some stability you're trying to establish financially, probably, or planning that has to be done, to be able to move on, to be able to go forward. Okay. Now, in the surprise, all right. So I saw this before I started the video, which is why I know there's some sort of jealousy issue going on with you and somebody. With whether this is the love in your life, a family person, a work person, whoever it is, there is jealousy. And I think it's coming. Isn't it funny, because you got the King of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds here, and you got the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords here. Very similar people, okay? Where one is very romantic and in love. The other person could be cold, serious, very focused, not very romantic, touchy feely kind of thing. And um, I think sometimes when you've been together with someone for a long time, if this is relationship, the honeymoon's over at some point. You have to actually work at keeping it romantic, keeping it loving, keeping it close. And I feel like after a certain time, maybe work wasn't put into it. Maybe, there was something like that. And um, because there's some sort of jealousy here of somebody. You're jealous of them, they're jealous of you. I don't know if this is brother and sister, lovers, or whoever. But this is going to be a surprise to you in some way. You may not be aware that they're feeling jealous because you're talking to the neighbor, helping the neighbor, or you're away at work for too much, or something like that. There's some sort of surprise that someone's feeling jealous. And it's suggesting the Queen of Diamonds is the one that's feeling jealous. The Queen of Diamonds could be a green eyed woman. Usually it's in the eyes. They have green, gray, or very pale blue eyes. Okay. Sometimes they have red hair. It could be an older woman too. The Queen of Diamonds is known as to be a mature woman. It could be your mother, your grandmother, your aunt. She can have gray, white, platinum hair going gray. She could be older. Maybe that's why there's jealousy. She's older, he's younger. Um, Something's going on there. Maybe you just need to reassure them. Maybe they need to reassure you. And that's a small thing to do to save a relationship. But I feel like there's something, some trust or something, uh, word going round, maybe gossip, and maybe it's not even true. Gossip can be very evil, and sometimes it's not even true. So I'm not sure what you're going to do in this situation, but it's rearing its ugly head. And I want you to also be aware and be careful of heightened emotions. See, Mercury can bring miscommunication, like I said, gossip and things that may not even be true. People spreading stuff they don't even know that are true. And so Mercury can bring communication breakdown, and get us all worried and upset over nothing. And so I want you to really do check ins with yourself around the Mercury retrograde, especially when there's around a moon, a new moon, a full moon, because then you got the double whammy, right? Your head's going in all kinds of directions. And I want you to just ground yourself and think, you know what? I'm not going to get up all upset about this. I don't even know where this came from, or, I'm just not going to get myself all in a tether about it. And this is, you're trying to distance yourself, which is a very good thing in your grounding. Distance yourself from drama. And he said, she said, lateral violence, okay, which is talking about other people basically, when they're not there to defend themselves. So um, I think you're going to distance yourself with that because you don't want to be caught up in these triangles that are a big waste of time and energy, and they're it could cause trouble in your own relationships, and you don't want to do that because things are actually moving forward, going good for you. Things are coming together, but it's one step at a time. Um, that this is happening. There's a lot of good conversations going on here, a lot of good work talk, and people speaking highly of you, I think, where you can really get something done. Whatever this health issue is, you can work through it. But it's going to take commitment. So you're going to have to commit to something, like I said, physiotherapy, something like that. But you're going to get through that too. And that might be why there's a bit of a pause happening, a bit of a grounding, a bit of a break. Slow down a little bit. Take your time. It's not a race. You'll get there. But anyway, so I hope this helps, Capricorn, and your journey this month into your birthday and all the festive season and everything. So I forgot to say that too. I forgot to say, it feels kind of too early to be saying it already. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that stuff coming up. Here in where I live, it's raining today. We don't have snow, or we're not feeling that kind of cold. Just doesn't feel like that time of year yet. So it feels kind of early to be saying all that. But you're welcome, Shelby. So, yeah, let me know later in the month if any of this plays out for you, because I'm just telling you what's to come. And some of it you don't know, some of it you do, some of it you don't. But you will see coming soon. Anyway, you're going to be able to handle it. Take a step back, is what I can see, because it's mostly other people's energy, is from what I'm seeing. Okay. Anyway, love you bunches. Peace out, babies. Talk soon. Bye now. Thanks for joining me today, by the way.